It is incredible. This is the best project that we've been involved in some time.
It makes me feel glad that we had the opportunity to build this. I'm glad we got the opportunity to do everything here.
They participated in something bigger than themselves. They got hands-on. They really did dig a hole and build a house.
I'm excited to see who this helps, because it's for a good cause, I'm excited to see how this helps the world.
It was a distressed property that the city became owner of, and they wanted to do something that was both good for the neighborhood, good for the community, and use the property as it should be used.
The city approached the Housing Fellowship, which provides quality homes throughout our community for people with limited incomes to rent. Using this space to create affordable housing in the North Side neighborhood felt like a perfect fit.
We were really excited to support this because it brings together a lot of sort of what's near and dear to our hearts as far as values of the city go, but it's also enumerated in our strategic plan. We want to be able to create affordable housing, create opportunities for the community, and to do it in an infill project like this where it's an existing neighborhood is absolutely amazing. And so we were able to partner and bring partners together to do this, and so it really exhibits kind of the best of what we want to accomplish all in one project.
Next step was figuring out how to build it. Everyone agreed that getting high school students involved was the best approach.
Well, I think it's something that the students need to be a part of because they're going to appreciate the entire process of building a house, from design to the legwork to getting permits and talking to neighbors to where we're at right now where we're getting ready to frame. So I'd like to get them some exposure to every segment of that so they can figure out maybe what they want to do in a career path and appreciate all the different trades. So we're really excited to have them involved.
Students from City High, West High, and Liberty High would be building this house, training to become the next generation of trades workers.
It's a necessity. It's more than important. The numbers show that we have people leaving the trades and not enough people going back in.
It is critical in terms of our economy, our local economy. It's critical in terms of our housing stock.
In order to make this work, area businesses in all different trades volunteered their time and knowledge to teach the students.
This project is really raising awareness because it has a lot of different partnerships that are incorporated, everything from the private to the public to the nonprofit sectors in a neighborhood that also is very active and caring about their community. And as you can see behind us, there's even students that are involved that are training the next generation of builders to be in the trades, to get that hands-on experience is just amazing.
The students were well aware of just how unique this opportunity was.
I just think it's a crazy experience. Friends at school don't believe me that I'm leaving to build a house.
I would say it's the highlight of my day. It's like education you can't get in the classroom.
It's an experience for sure. Starting from the ground, learning what needs to be done, how it needs to be done. Just really interesting to get to see every little detail of building that up.
We've met so many great people. I mean, it's been great just meeting those guys and talking to the ones who've been doing it for a while,
Surveying, foundation, framing, plumbing, electrical, roofing. Over the course of the school year, the kids got a chance to experience it all.
We learned how to make sure all the land was flat, so when we built the foundation, then we poured the concrete. So we've done about every aspect of building the house all the way from bottom to the top.
Well, on the inside now we're doing the inside walls, so we are doing it truss by truss. So that is a fun part, and we have a heater inside, so we don't got to worry about the cold.
I feel like it definitely lets you see every aspect of building. It lets you see every trade that you can get into, like electrical, carpentry, everything, plumbing. It lets you really get down and see every trade to really help you decide which one you would like to do.
Of course, it wasn't all smooth sailing, which is part of the building process.
That came about. Students would make just simple mistakes, learning how to then come across a problem and then solve it using what we know and applying it to this problem.
You can see the ups and downs and the problems we have to go through and the hoops we got to jump through.
For safety reasons, some unconventional approaches were used, including the roof.
We took the dimensions from up top, placed it down on the concrete slab, and kind of just started building from the ground up.
and we put all the framing up and all the studs. And it was like a whole process. It was super cold and but it was nice because we didn't have to build it on the roof. I feel like since we're younger, it's good to be safer. And so we got to build it and experience it all here. And then we got the crane and we put it up on there.
And little by little, piece by piece, the house took shape.
Walking in the door, it just feels like home. It's bright, it's sunny, beautiful neighborhood. The way it interacts with the other historic homes in the neighborhood, it looks like it's kind of always been here. It's just an amazing project.
Not only is it a beautiful home, but it's also incredibly energy efficient.
LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. This house is rated to be 50% more efficient than a code-built house, and that translates to $80 a month. And if you're a low-income family, being able to have that $80 to spend on whatever other expense you need every month is going to add up.
And teaching these young builders a better way to do things now will help create a new standard in the future.
Those students are seeing that practice, they're seeing how it's done, that it can be done. So when they go work on another project, it leads to the question of why are you still doing it this way when this way saves materials and energy? It's a no-brainer.
It's safe to say that this experience made a big impact on the students.
Feel accomplished for sure. Just great to see something I built with my friends and myself. And hey, I did that,
I think that these skills should be taught to anyone who wants to learn or wants to live in a house ever. I think that they're important.
I can tell they're proud of it. They're already getting nostalgic about it. I think inevitably it will be something that as they get older they're going to look back upon and think about maybe more than they realize. I know I will. In my career as a teacher, this is right up there.
Just the whole thing, it makes me really happy to see the finished project. We did that, as a whole, we did that all together. If I had another chance to do this, I would do it again, because it's just so amazing.
And Iowa City students won't have to wait long for another opportunity.
We're hoping to start construction on the home next door, 726 Ronald Street, starting in August, again with the school district and the HBA and Suples Remodeling.
Using the other part of this lot, a 5-bedroom home will be the next addition to the neighborhood.